having faith and developing my relationship with God is still new to me. But I'll start from the start. But before I start, I'll be telling you how I came to my faith and everything that happened that led me to God. I was raised in a Catholic household. I never really thought about it or gave God a second thought until I met a guy who was a devoted Christian when I was 17, 18-ish. I started going to church, but for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't going there to get to know God. I was going there to get to know this guy more and be a part of his world without giving myself to the Lord. Because at that time, I didn't want to. I was scared. I had boundaries set up, which was stopping me from committing. Not long after, I stopped going to church and moved away. From 18 to 20, so from April 2021 to April 2023, I was in an abusive relationship with an older guy, who is my daughter's biological father. Like all relationships, it started off going good, until it wasn't. Fast forward to that relationship being off and on for 2 years. I remember one day, while that relationship was no longer, my little sister and I were talking. And she asked me, I'm going off memory, so won't be word for word, but we were talking, and she had asked me, what if you had kids going into this relationship, would you stay? I simply replied, no, I'd leave for my children's safety. I think she said something along the lines of, why not leave for your safety? And that's all I can remember from that conversation, but tying it back to what I was saying before, we were talking that day and it stuck with me. So many off and on later, I found I was pregnant in March the 28th of 2023. So I went back to my daughter's father, and he became abusive again. They had one argument. He pulled me stomach first into the wooden bed base, and a day or two later, he told me in another argument to abort the baby. These two things broke the trauma bond, which led me to go back home. Then I moved to Aglow. Then after having my daughter, I moved back in with my parents. And after a few months of being a mother, my daughter and I moved to Berkeley after we got a house, finally. I can't remember how or when it was, but I started talking to Christina, and we started to hang out more and talk more. And one day she posted something about Aglow. I do believe it was for her singing practice. I asked what Aglow was. She told me and then invited me along. After one time going and seeing how everyone was like, I knew I wanted to be a part of that. So I asked Christina about the sponsorships, and then I officially became a part of Aglow. Thank you, Christina. Without me knowing it, Aglow was step one to becoming closer to the Lord. But on the same day, Christina and I were talking. I do believe after the first Aglow, I told her, I'm looking for a godly man. Her response came quick, almost like she didn't have to think about it. So I go with her to City Impact service night, and yes, I was going for all the wrong reasons again. But I went to see what Christina thought would be a perfect match for me. Him and I didn't talk during this period, and now I know why. I believe the Lord wanted me to be okay with being single, and the Lord wanted me to go to church for myself and not for others. And one night, I do believe I was at church. I was like, okay, Lord, I give up. I'm not going to chase after this guy. I'm okay being single, and you shall decide if this guy is right for me, and when I shall meet him. On that night, I felt something warm. I felt something change me. I felt warmth. Right after that moment, I started going to church, not for a boy, but for me. For my starting of my relationship with our Heavenly Father. Skip to one night, a few days later, I felt someone was telling me to Facebook stalk this guy. So I did, and sent a friend request. Not long after, him and I started talking, and within the first 2 weeks, he asked me out on a date. I said yes. But the date didn't happen because I had some legal issues going on with my daughter's father at that time. But we went on 3 dates before making it official, and this guy has helped me with my walk with God so much. He probably doesn't even know how much he has actually helped me. I made my first proper commitment to Jesus on the 21st of July this year. And yet something was still holding me back from fully getting to know God. It took me a little to find out what it was. I think through a dream or maybe a church service. I was fully scared to give myself to the Lord. 1, because I didn't know His plan for my life. 2, I'm the first person out of my family to give myself to the Lord. And 3, I didn't want my family to look at me differently. But once I knew these, it helped me to get over them and focus on my relationship with the Heavenly Father. I've come so far since coming to Jesus and meeting my partner, and I had the best friend ever, Christina, who has helped me with my walk. But she probably doesn't even know it. I not only see a physical but a spiritual change within myself, and stated by others, they can see the change too. I'm going to be growing with my relationship with our Heavenly Father to make that bond stronger, to always put God first and live in God's way. Thank you.
Like you saw, my testimony had a lot more detail in it than my video I did just before. So this was recorded on September the 6th, I do believe, yeah, when I was speaking my testimony at Aglow. So, yeah, like I said, it would be different to the one I said in my other video, but yeah, so that is my testimony video from Aglow when I was speaking it out, and watching the video back. Oh, I can't believe I did that with my face at the end. I cracked up laughing when I saw that. I'm just like, no. Oh, but I hope you get a laugh out of that. And yeah, that has been my testimony. a video possibly explaining why I've been off. Maybe might be coming. I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But yeah, I'm back, and I think this will be God-centered now. Because I'm not the girl I once was. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I get to go to church and worship. I'm thankful that I have my daughter, you know, all this other stuff. So, yeah. That is my testimony in full detail. I'm gonna be added so much. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.